Hello YouTubers! Nice to see you again. This is a really hot summer, isn't it? It's almost, well, unbearable for those of us who don't really like hot weather, the few of us. But still, I thought I'm going to make this video. It's an answer video to Moen Rock's contest, World Cup contest. I'm very interested in football too, and especially when it comes to these international tournaments like the World Cup or the European Championships, when it comes to national teams. That's what I find interesting. So I thought it was a good idea for a video, so I thought, why not try to do a bit of a entry to this contest. And there was some interesting questions too, and I discovered this channel through my YouTube friend Jörgen, who's also taking part of this contest. So I thought, well, good idea. I should try this as well. It was always nice to find new members of the vinyl community. I haven't seen Moen Rock before, but now I've checked some of his videos, and very interesting, and interesting approach too, and many good records, of course. Alright, let's start. Favorite world music albums. When it comes to world music, I sometimes wish that they would use term like fusion instead, because that's what it often is about. Different kinds of cultural music that are being put together into like one big pot of music. So what would we call world music? Well, I've always been very interested in since I was a kid I've been interested in Latin rhythms and also African music after I heard Paul Simon's Graceland. I think many of us who find African music interested, it started with Graceland. So the group that Paul Simon heard playing on a cassette when he was inspired to do the Graceland project was a band called Boyoyo Boys. And I'm happy to say that I have a very nice album here called Back in Town by the Boyoyo Boys. This is a South African issue, but it's English pressing on green sleeves, and it's very good South African dance music, or as I think it's called, I can't say it, baganga. You see, can't say it, but I sure feel like dancing to it. Boyoyo Boys. Another example of great world music is my love for Brazilian music. I think many of you who have seen my videos know that I have a great affection for Brazilian music, especially good Brazilian vocalists, particularly female vocalists. And I think I've shown this before, talked about this before, this album, Elaine Machado, Heito Maneiro. I found this album in Bromma, Sweden, some months ago, and I've been looking for this album for several years. I have no idea what the album looked like or what the album contained, but it starts up with a song called Muenda that I heard on a CD compilation of Brazilian music back in the early 90s, and I fell in love with the song and the music. And this is a great album. She's a great singer with a very personal style, not as known as she ought to be, I think. Elaine Machado or Machado. Okay, that was question number 1. Question number 2, favorite sport-related record. Well, I have some sports-related records in my collection, and if we talk favorite, I have to pick something that lies close to my heart. And then we have to talk about ice hockey. And in my old hometown, there's a ice hockey team called Luleå Hockey. And when I was a kid in the 80s, everybody really cared about their success or their failures. And when they reached the first, or the elite division, or elite serien as it was called, some musicians from Norrbotten recorded a single with the song that was going to be played when they made their entrance on the ice, and it was called Vårat gäng. And this is the vinyl single from 1984, and this has been played many times. I think I've uploaded this song on YouTube as well. I haven't got any copyright notice. But yeah, and we have singer Dan Bergman from the group Rekyl from Norrbotten, and the great drummer Sven-Erik Omberg, who was the drum teacher at the school where I went back then. Rolf Hedberg on saxophone, also from the band Rekyl. So this is the one. Also, if we should talk about football, I have a quite interesting football-related album here. A souvenir record album of the 1970 FA Cup finals. Chelsea's Cup. The FA Cup final 1970 between Chelsea and Leeds United. And on side one we have the first final, and it ended in a draw, so they had a replay, I think maybe 2 weeks later, and that game is on the other side. So of course we don't have the full games, but we had the best bits of it, and it's quite nice. It's got the original BBC commentators, and that makes it very interesting, of course, if you're into football. Yeah.
Inside forward Alan Clark, these two men that really strike hard.
Okay. Favorite sports related record. Alright. Drinking related record. Well, I'm going to show you only ones because it was such a obvious choice, and I think I've shown this before because it was one of my old favorite CDs that I recently got hold of on vinyl. It's this one, Shane MacGowan and the Popes, The Snake. And I think the big hit from this album was That Woman Got Me Drinking. And this is a guy who knows a bit about drinking. Yeah. Shane MacGowan. And for the bonus, show me your favorite record related to Denmark. Yeah, I could show you two records because I do not know which one to pick because they are both very good. It's with the group Burning Red, Ivanhoe. I've got two here. This is Right On, and this is, oh, it's just called Burning Red Ivanhoe. Great group with great musicians. These are two reissues. This is a Liechtenstein reissue of the High Fly Sound label, and this is, I think, is a Swedish reissue by Tone Arm. Yeah. So these are my Danish favorite records. Burning Red Ivanhoe. Right. Thank you for showing interest. Time to get back in front of the fan and do a bit more sweating, and have a nice day. Thanks for watching.